We used to roll in the rain. We used to roll in the rain. I used to talk with you.
Hi everybody,
We used to know everything.
good to see you all.
You couldn't stand me.
Hope everybody's doing well. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I am Mambo Soleil. I don't know why I did that. I'm Mambo Soleil. I'm your reader for this Sunday. I am founder and facilitator of the Charm School Mentorship. I'm also Coven Mother of Vision of Dawn Tour, and I come here every week just to give you a little bit of insight into the week ahead of us. I want to give a shout out to Tori. I low-key wasn't going to come on today. My energy's been low, but I'm grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful for the exchange that I had with her that motivated me to be here. And yeah, I'm excited to read for y'all for this week. Hello to everyone who's tuning in. If you are being already impacted by the Venus retrograde, God bless you. I hope you find relief soon. For those of us who are observing Ramadan, happy Ramadan. I'm not going to attempt to speak Arabic because I don't speak it well. But you know, motivation and patience and energy to all of us who are taking on this journey. As you trickle into the room, go ahead and say hello. Hi, Amazon. Hi, Bertal. Hi, Miss Renee. Good to see you all here tonight. And if you know any people that would be interested in receiving this message, please feel free to go ahead and share the link far and wide. Again, I don't want to keep us on here super long tonight. I know some of us still need to break fast, so we'll go ahead and get along with the message. Hey, Sanidra, good to see you. Hey, Tiffany. Let's go ahead and jump right on into it with our general message. I feel like I should switch decks. I'm going to go ahead and switch decks. Feels right to switch decks. Ancestors, angels, ascended masters, spirits of love, being elevated ancestors. What wisdom does the collective need at this time? What wisdom do they need to navigate this first week of March? Please give us insight into the nature of the challenges, lessons, blessings, experiences we will likely have between March 3rd and March 9th. Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Hey, Zena, good to see you. Seven of Swords and the the Queen of Swords. Some of you are being manipulated by people around you. This is not external manipulation. Sometimes the Seven of Swords is about us dealing with confusion, but people are they're playing games, they're acting shady, they're not being transparent with their full feelings about you. They're not being transparent with their full motivations. Queen of Swords is saying to trust your intuition, trust your knowledge, trust what you are seeing, and do the things you need to do to emotionally protect yourself. You are never emotionally protecting yourself when you are gaslighting yourself. You are never emotionally protecting yourself when you are talking yourself out of standing up for yourself and who you are in order to go along and get along. You are never protecting yourself when you are telling yourself that you are wrong and everyone else around you is right, especially if, again, Seven of Swords, you know that somebody is trying to get over on you, take something from you, manipulate you, gaslight you, confuse you into believing that you deserve mistreatment. Don't be that person this week. Prioritize yourself. Let's see what the rest of this has to say. Hidden enemies. Five of Wands, clarify the Five of Wands. See, here's the thing. Things are about to pick up for you. You're about to get blessings and a gift out of nowhere. Things are going in your favor in terms of people pouring charity into you. Unexpected support. You yourself are really drained. So this would be a good week to give yourself permission to spend time by yourself, to really pour into and nurture yourself. Because here's the thing, because you are already so drained, spending time around these people that are in deficit mindset, in poverty mindset, these greedy people who don't want to share, who don't even necessarily want what you have. They just don't want to see you have it. These are not people that you need to be around right now. And if you feel called to, because sometimes we can feel a nostalgic pull. That's how toxicity works, right? We can feel a nostalgic pull to something that's not good for us just because it was introduced to us in childhood, right? Same reason why, and I'll throw myself out as an example. I crave Cheetos every time I'm about to start my period. I just do. Do I know that they are chemicals and poison? Absolutely. Do I eat them anyway? Yes. Why do I eat them anyway? Because PMS, goddamn it. Okay, right? We can feel nostalgic pulls to things that are not good for us. If you know that there are people in your life that do not mean you well, that claim to be your friend, claim to be your community member, but every time you get around them, you feel drained. Every time you get around them, they have something nasty to say. You can't even share your plans with them because they'll find a way to piss on it and make you not want it. If you feel this deep urge to be attached and around people like that, pause. That's information for your shadow work. There's work that needs to be done with that unhealed version of yourself. And so this week is very much, it's more important. Again, this is very much a Venus. This is a Venus retrograde reading. And I'll get into the cards in a second. It's more important that you spend your time this week evaluating why that is for yourself, because that will benefit you in the long run. Convincing yourself that strength is being up under energy that does not want to see you well and that drains you, that sucks you dry, that causes these soul tears and this exhaustion, it's not helpful. And if you feel a need to be up under it, you need to ask yourself why. And here's the thing. You doing that shadow work to get to the root of it, it's what's going to bring you closer to the financial stability and the peace and the comfort and the self-awareness and the grounded energy that you really, really want and crave. Very first card, Six of Pentacles. Charity is coming into your life in spaces and places that you don't expect it to, right? People who have walked your path see what you're going through and they want to make things more gentle for you, okay? So resources are coming your way. This could be literal physical money, or it can just be somebody putting you up on an opportunity. It can be somebody letting you know how you can get something taken care of so that you don't have to pay for it. Whatever the wisdom and the sharing is and the charity that takes place here, it's something that really, really benefits you and allows you to pick up wings and change your current circumstances, right? Here's the thing. That's beautiful, and we welcome it. But a lot of us are fucking tired. We're tired, we're paranoid, we're on edge. Nine of Wands is an energy of being on edge. Yes, you're resilient. Yes, you bounce back, but you're fucking tired. And a lot of us do not make our best decisions when we are tired. We do not make the wisest decisions when we are stretched thin. We can't see things clearly, right? So not only does this make you act in ways that can be stingy, that cannot make you show up at your best, you are also, unfortunately, at this point around people that are stingy, that are not capable of showing up at as their best, right? So just be careful, because what happens with some of us when we are this drained is that we want constant external validation. We want other people to give us answers. Here's the thing. The people that you are around right now, Four of Pentacles and Five of Wands, is this Five of Wands? Sorry. Yeah, Five of Wands. Sorry. They're not capable of doing that for you because A, they're stingy. They don't want to see anybody get something that they can't get. If you are getting ahead in a way that they cannot benefit from, that's why I love it in Millennial Tarot. This is the pyramid scheme, right? If they see you getting a blessing and they can't figure out a way to get a couple coins out of it, if they can't find a way to benefit from it, they probably don't want to see you win. And so they will bring the daggers out. No, that idea is stupid. No, you're fucking late. Why would you? You don't need any of that right now. You don't need people projecting their insecurities onto you and bullying you because of it. Because why? You are already drained and tired. And what you need to be focused on is rejuvenating, getting your energy back so that you can even handle the charity and the blessings that are coming to you. Now, I want to go deeper into this Five of Wands. If you have a hard time not talking to people that you know cannot support you right now because either of their short-sightedness, their insecurity, their greed, whatever's going on with them. You need to look at you. You need to have a paradigm shift. You need to evaluate why it is that you are comfortable with martyring yourself, sacrificing yourself, sabotaging yourself, going against your own best interest just to be up under some people. This comes from a wound of your younger self. 6 of Cups. Why do you have a nostalgic pull to be around people that complain, that piss on your dreams, that want to kick and hit at you while you're down? Something happened to you and a younger iteration of yourself that makes you think not only is that normal, but it's so normal to you that you find comfort in it. Okay? This is coming up why. Again, I want to go back to charity, support. Charity and support that can change your position. Okay? That can change the level of comfort you experience in your life. That can bring you out of being a constant beggar. Right? Why would you compromise that to be up under people that only know how to talk doubt onto you and into you? Shadow work. Spend this first week of March doing your shadow work, especially if you know that you are a person that likes to ignore things, likes to rush over your healing, likes to avoid your feelings. Because the consequence of avoiding your feelings is that you will do shit that goes against your own self-interest. Because you are so ashamed of your feelings that you don't want to confront them. Do your shadow work now so that you don't put yourself in a shitty position. Because here's the thing. Whatever this one-up is that's coming to you, it is one that can really change things for you. 9 of Pentacles. It can give you a stability that brings you a sense of comfort as well as self-awareness. Some of you guys are going to get support getting closer to your purpose. Some of you guys are going to get support with getting something off the ground that you've been working or stressing about for a long time. In order for that to happen, this is not a week for you to deny your intuition and be up under people, talking to people, sharing your anxieties and your stresses and your worries with people who you know are going to exacerbate and over-exaggerate them because they want to see you fail. They want to bully you. Because as long as you are doing bad, they don't have to think about how they're doing bad. That's how bullies are, right? Bullies are not perfect. Again, I worked in education most of my life. Most bullies are not popping. They're not the cute kid. They're not the smart kid. They don't even have the good clothes. And that's why they bully. If I can make you look an idiot, nobody has to ask me about why my shit's not in order. Why do I look like that? Why do I act like that? Why do I constantly hang around people like that? Right? This is not a time. And if you are somebody that struggles with leaning into instead of stepping away from bullies, do your shadow work. Because again, whatever moves, whatever support is coming to you this week, it's going to have a ricochet effect that impacts the rest of your life beyond this week. And you cannot afford to have your vision further clouded when you are already tired. When we are tired, our defenses are down. So if your defenses are down, doesn't matter how strong you are, doesn't matter how great you are, everybody gets exhausted. If you are already exhausted and you know that exhaustion makes you not think clearly, lean away from, not into people who don't want to see you do well, okay? Now I know why the 7 of Swords and the Queen of Swords fell out. These type of people are never going to go away. Manipulators who don't know how to live on their own, who don't know how to validate themselves, who need external supply in order to be aware of who they are, they're never going to go away. So instead of defaulting to woe is me, why are they doing this to me? Why are they? Spiritual warfare. Know it's real and do what you need to do to protect yourself emotionally and socially so that you don't lose your good common sense as you try to make your next moves. That is the general reading for the week. Let's look at love next. We'll do love next. My spirit just told me I need to do that. A lot of meditation and journaling right now. Oh, good, good. This is a good time to be doing shadow work. The new year is starting soon. And I know we think it starts in January, but once spring rolls around, energy is going to shift. So it's really important that you leave things behind, that you shed as much as you need to right now. I meditated today after not for months, and when I meditate, my energy and dreams are clear and action is clear. I'm glad to hear that, Zena. I think that's really important. All of us who have fallen off of our meditation routines, now is a good time to really go ahead and do that work of recommitting. Ancestors, angels, ascended masters, spirits of awakening, elevated ancestors. What do we as a collective need to know about love and romance as we go into this next week? Tell us what kind of experiences, challenges, breakthroughs, what wisdom do we need about the experiences we will have as it relates to matters of the heart over these next 7 days. Please give us insight into what the universe has in store for us as it relates to love and romance between March 12th, March 2nd, Lord God, March 2nd and March 9th. Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. I hope ain't nothing happening on March 12th that I done forgot about. Cards keep falling out in the shuffle, so there are some urgent messages that Spirit has for us. And it's interesting because this came up in a couple of the love readings I did this past week. Baby gets what baby wants. Guess what card that is? Y'all probably heard me say that once about one of my favorite cards. But here's the thing. You're not going to get what you want from love and romance until you start showing up in the world that way. So it's really important that you motivate yourself to be your best, to feel your best, to look your best, to believe the best about what it is you deserve around love and romance. Knight of Wands and the Sun card. Some of you guys lack ambition as it relates to love and romance because you're not telling yourself the things you need to hear. I am a professional life coach by trade, so I know this energy intimately. 90% of what I do as a life coach is keeping people present focused, keeping them motivated, and keeping them aware of how worthy they are so they can actually go after what they want. That is Aries energy. That is Knight of Wands. I deserve. I am an initiator. I'm going to go after I want. When you marry that with that Leo energy of the Sun card, I'm baby. I'm baby. I deserve everything. I deserve everything. And because I deserve everything, my circumstances around me show that I deserve everything. When you marry this together, then there's no reason for you to not have the experiences of love and romance that you want. But those of you who are not having those experiences, you have to do both of these things. You can't do one and leave the other. You have to make sure that you are saying the things to yourself that are going to make you believe that you are deserving and worthy. And you have to show up in the world like someone who is deserving and worthy. Hey, I ain't even laid out the spread yet. The Spirit is probably tired of y'all niggas complaining about not getting what y'all want. And then having 10,000 reasons ruminating in the back of your mind, deep in the chest of your mind, telling you why you don't deserve it. You got to declutter. You got to get that shit out and replace it with the belief that you deserve. Yeah. I'm going to read these two cards together just because they were stuck together. Yeah, and here's the thing. The doubts you have, I'm not going to sit here and act like they are rooted in reality. Some of you guys have had some serious heartbreaks as it relates to love and romance, right? But the difference between Queen of Swords in her alignment and Queen of Swords in her debilitation or a reversal, right, is that she uses her experiences of pain to teach herself, to really gain wisdom so that she doesn't have to go back to that again, right? When she's in reverse, when she's upside down, when she can't think clearly, she's bitter. She's bitter, she's mean, she's closed off. She gives up hope. She speaks doubt into any and everyone around her. Think about the bitter church lady that's, divorced, and her kids don't talk to her, and she's hyper obsessed with how the young girls dress. That's an inverted Queen of Swords. Upright Queen of Swords is like, yeah, I'm divorced, but I'm in this church because I'm about to find the second or the third or maybe even the fourth husband, right? That's Queen of Swords energy. It's using your wisdom to have control over your life, as opposed to hiding from your life and becoming embittered. Okay? Why am I harping on this? You cannot be this person if you are embittered, but you can be this person if you allow the difficulties you've experienced to turn into wisdom around how to protect your heart. The heartbreaks you went through were never meant to make you shut down. They were meant to make you grateful. They were meant to make you grateful. They were meant to fill your cups with wisdom so that you don't have to be in situations that hurt you. They were meant to fill your cups with wisdom so that you know how to approach love as you move forward, and how to set your boundaries, and how to not even accept the date with the person that's not equally matched, right? Turn your hurt into blessings. Exercise gratitude for what you've gone through, because now you know better, so that you're not out here being dizzy and blind and just accepting anything. Turn your pain into wisdom and gratitude. And if you're having a hard time figuring out how to do that, a lot of y'all are hard-headed. And I'm going to say something that's going to sound a little misogynoirist, but I hope you guys can understand the spirit that I have it in. When people used to sit there and say all this stuff about Black women being hard-headed, I used to get angry with them about it, right? But we are hard-headed. And we're hard-headed because we've had to do so much on our own. And we've had to become our center of trust. And because of that, when you get used to doing everything on your own, you don't know how to ask for help. Part of being an honor student is learning how to ask for help. Part of being an honor student is stopping and thinking, okay, I've done this a couple times on my own and I'm not getting the answers I need. I got to go to talk to somebody. I gotta book an appointment with my therapist. I got to check in with my life coach, my love coach. I got to, reach out to the lady and book an appointment. Whatever you got to do that. But you're not getting the results you want because there's something that you're not understanding about the wisdom you've accumulated. And instead of you understanding that it's wisdom that you've accumulated, you are allowing it to turn into shame and embitterment, and you're doing a lot of hiding. That's not helpful for you. You know realistically that where you are romantically is not where you want to be in your future. So when we want different fruit, what should we do? We should plant different seeds. Okay? If you feel like you cannot get past the pain of your heartbreak, that is not permission to isolate. That is permission to be honest with yourself about what you don't like, about what you feel, and to figure out what seeds you need to plant so that you don't feel that way in the future. Okay? So this is a week where you guys get really, really serious with yourself. This is the second time that this card has come up tonight. A lot of you guys are running from the old versions of yourself that got hurt because you are ashamed of him or her. You are ashamed of them. You blame them. And that's not okay. You have to do some self-forgiveness work of the version of yourself that got wounded or hurt in the relationship that is stagnating you. That is the only way that you're going to be able to release it. Most of y'all ain't psychic, and y'all aren't expected to be. And most people who are psychic, when they fall in love, can't pick up on stuff. It's not your fault. Stop blaming that version of yourself. Forgive them and release them from the shackles of that shame that's making it really, really hard for you to move forward and let go. It's not going to be until you can do that you're going to be able to have joyful experiences of romance. It's going to continue to feel stressful and weird. the more that you blame your old versions of yourself. Let that go so that you can move forward and have new joyful experiences. Here's the thing, you need to develop that muscle. Page of Pentacles. Same way that you were dating and learning and making mistakes before the heartbreak happened, you need to date and learn and make mistakes now, because that's what's going to help you build that muscle. Some of you guys are afraid to be open and vulnerable because you haven't exercised the vulnerability muscle in so long. So Page of Pentacles, be an apprentice. Allow yourself to be open and learn. I don't give a fuck how old you are. You can learn from a baby. Let yourself have new experiences, but you need to develop the muscle of what it looks like to be vulnerable and have that affirmed, as opposed to fixating on that experience of having been vulnerable and hurting yourself, right? It's like you were used to running. You used to run track. You sprain your ankle once and then you just give up on track for the rest of your life. You never run again. And then as your thighs get thicker and your waist get wider and everything else is changing in your body, you're upset and you're resentful towards it. Nobody told you to give up on running just because you sprained your ankle once. That's what a lot of you guys are doing with love. So I want to go back to the 2 cards that fell out. Stop telling yourself that you're not worthy of love. Stop beating up on that old version of yourself that made some mistakes. Talk kindly to them. Tell them that they are deserving. Change the way you speak to you and believe what you're saying about yourself so that you can show up in the world as somebody that's deserving of the experiences of love that you want. Okay? That's the love reading. Let's get into our money next. Speaking of money, it is not an obligation, but I do accept love offerings. This reading is free. If you want to show your support, you can send a love offering to my Cash App or my PayPal. Again, it is not mandatory. Also, if you're thinking about getting a reading from me, I would rather you just book a reading. And I am running a sale the entire month of March, which is Women's History Month. So if you want to book a reading with me, you can get 15% off of your reading at soleilconjureshop.com by using the code WOMEN at checkout, okay? Ancestors, angels, ascended masters, spirits walk with me, elevated ancestors. What wisdom does the collective need at this time about their relationship with money over the next 7 days? What can you tell us about our habits, our thoughts, our ways of being, our environment that will have impact over the flow or restriction of money in our life over the next 7 days? Who do we need to be and what do we need to see about the experiences, challenges, obstacles, breakthroughs we will have over the next week as it relates to expansion and prosperity in our life? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Ooh, an interesting card fell out, 2 of Cups. I'm actually going to pull the spread first before I talk about this one. I feel like I know intuitively, I feel like low-key it's some spillover from the love reading, honestly. But I want to look at the spread first. And I may have to switch decks because my cards are being weird. And that typically happens when I've overused the deck. Hey, Shwazy, did I already say hi to you? Hey, Dulcinea. Good to see you both. Yeah, some of you guys want to change careers. Some of you guys want to make shifts in your business, but you are afraid to because the last time you tried to do those things, it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. And that's okay. You know, again, like we already know that the heart chakra is connected to our relationship with money, right? So a lot of the things that fuck up our relationship with love fuck up our relationship with money. It's just the reality of the situation. This very much similarly to the love stuff. This is a week of observation for us. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start. Reciprocity. Two of Cups. Reciprocity. Two of Cups is very much about pouring into someone and them pouring back into you equally. Somebody loving you as deeply as you love them. Somebody who wants to see you win as much as you want to see them win. Reciprocity. Some of you guys aren't going to see progress financially until you start accepting this. Some of you guys don't know how to accept support. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that people have mistreated you in the past who've offered you support. Either they've thrown that support back in your face, or they thought that that support meant that they could do whatever they wanted to you. You don't throw the concept of reciprocity out of the window just because someone wasn't able to give it to you in the past, right? Be careful. What you need to do is move more slowly, right? When we are not getting the experiences we want of people, a lot of times it's because we gave people way too much, way too early. That's reality, right? So yes, you need to work in tandem with other people. Yes, you need to accept collaboration, but that don't mean that you have to accept every collaboration that's offered to you. That doesn't mean that the second somebody offers you collaboration, you run into it. Be observing. Knight of Pentacles is the hunter. They are the observer. They're looking over the landscape before they make their move. Slow down. Okay? Take in inventory. I love that this is the stylist. Celebrity stylists have to observe their clients in order to understand what would look good on them, how their body moves, what kind of lifestyle they live. What does it make sense to put them in, right? And you have to observe a person to know that. So the same way that a celebrity stylist will observe their clients, you need to be observing yourself. You need to be observing your environment. If somebody offers you a collaboration, observe them. What has been other people's experience of them? Do they have a good track record? Are you communicating with this person well? When you tell them, I need time to think about something, do they respect your time, or do they harp on you and call you over and over again? These are all things you need to be observing of before you engage in collaboration with people. So it's not about avoiding collaboration. It's about making sure that you are testing people out. And that's what's going to help you not only be able to engage in power and leadership over your experiences of collaboration when it comes to money, it's going to allow you to be compassionate, to have an open heart, to be open and flexible to new ways of doing things, but having the wisdom to know when something doesn't feel or sound right and protect yourself, which is what good fathers do. Good fathers, good divine masculine, can be nurturing and supporting while holding boundaries and being protective. This is what you need to do in collaboration. Not just avoid collaboration altogether. Have an open heart and an open mind. Be open to people pouring into you. Be open to possibilities around you. Some of you guys are sitting here saying, nobody ever helps me. I need a windfall from the universe. I need some money. And you got your fist balled up. Bonjay's blessings fall into open hands. Allah's blessings fall into open hands. God's blessings fall into open hands. How can you be surprised that nobody's helping you and you don't have your hands open, you don't have your heart open, you're not asking for support? Instead of seeing support as a form of weakness, see it as a form of self-care. See it as something that you can support yourself in doing so that you don't burn yourself out. Okay? Being 100%, being your only business, that shit is draining. I know it from experience. It's fucking hard. Your collaborators are people who make the load easier so that you don't burn out, so that you can rest, so that you don't lose sleep. And this is under that Knight of Pentacles. So these are things to pay attention to. Do the people who collaborate with this person, this institution, this organization, this whatever it is, Do they seem like peaceful, happy people? Are they given the space to rest when they need it? No, if they're constantly working and they're burnt out and they're always thrown into drama, then no, you don't need that shit. But the Page of Cups is about learning how to make sure that you don't allow your feelings to filter reality to the point where it distorts reality. People get mad. Pisces always get mad when folks talk about Piscean delusion, but it is a thing. Pisces can be so hopeful and so optimistic that they put rose-colored glasses on something. The inverse is true. The inverse is true. Pisces can get so scarred and traumatized by a thing that they convince themselves that the thing is evil and they don't want any. An undisciplined Pisces is a traumatized Pisces. I don't care what anybody says, okay? And it's typically because they have had some sort of experience where authority has been awful to them in the past. And because of that, they've convinced themselves that all authority is evil. You don't want to be that Pisces. And that's why the Page of Cups is coming up. Your responsibility when it comes to your money is to make sure that your emotions are not running you so much that they distort your reality. Okay? Be careful with that this week, because if you don't fix that, if you don't check that, it will keep you in this cycle of being on a tightrope. It will keep you in a cycle of having no work-life balance. It will keep you in a cycle of feeling like you have to do everything yourself and you will never have any help, and that your life has to be on a tightrope. And that's not what we deserve. Okay? That is your money reading for the week. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go ahead and stop there. If there are questions from the audience, I'll go ahead and take them. And while you guys are typing out your questions, I'll go ahead and let you guys know about the things that I am working on currently. Oh, Lord. Sorry. I have a stool that I keep my foot on while That's why you guys hear so much noise when I like lean around and do stuff. So what I'm working on. We are a month away from the Sacred Alignment Divine Feminine Retreat happening in Houston, Texas. We still have spots open. So if you guys want to join us April 11th through the 13th for 3 days of healing your divine feminine, learning about ancestral worship practices, learning ways to create medicines, create rituals, create things at home on your own that will really keep you in alignment with your feminine energy. Join us. We learn together and we have breakthrough in the day and we party at night. It is a beautiful, beautiful experience. The link to the info group is below. So that has information about location, costs, all that jazz, okay? So if you want to join us April 11th through the 13th, click that link below. The next round of Rich Spirit starts in exactly 3 weeks. You have exactly 3 weeks to sign up for Rich Spirit. That is my prosperity ritual where I help people remove their spiritual blockages that are impacting their relationship with money and call in new forms of wealth and prosperity into their life. It works. I've helped people get houses. I've helped people get funding for their businesses. I've helped people gotten pregnant in a ritual. So whatever kind of abundance you want to bring into your life, it really, really opens the doors for it. And again, I'm running a sale. So the Ancestral Life Path readings are no longer on sale, as are the love readings. They're no longer on sale. But if you use the code WOMEN at checkout, when you go to soleilconjureshop.com to book a reading or purchase classes, purchase services with me, you can get 15% off of your purchase. So, and also the yearly forecasts are no longer available, but I am doing solar return readings, which are very, very similar. So for those of you who did not get the forecast, book the solar return instead, okay? All right. Dulcinea wants to know, what did my dream about levitating from my bed and reciting a prayer mean? I've been hyperventilating lately. Is it connected to anxiety? I feel like those may be two separate questions, but I will ask them as one anyway. You're welcome. Zena said that the reading deeply resonated with her. I appreciate that. Put your question up, Dulcinea, because sometimes I'll be forgetting the questions. Sisters, angels, ascended master spirits will walk with me. What do Dulcinea's ancestors want her to know about the dream she had where she was levitating? What is going on here? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Hypervigilant. I'm sorry. Hypervigilant. I thought you were hyperventilating. I was about to say, oh my God, girl, we can't have that. I'm just going to put this up and I'm going to let you look at the card. I'm not going to talk about what we talked about in our last reading, but I'm just going to let you look at the card and I'm going to let you look at the phrase at the bottom of the card and I'm going to leave it there, okay? That you had to have that dream because you needed to literally see yourself leaning into your faith and not allowing you to rise above and literally elevate above the bullshit. Okay, baby? That's why you had that dream. You had that dream because there's a part of you that even though you're doing all the right things, you don't believe it's working. And your spirits are saying, fuck that, it is working. So you need to step out of spiritual imposter syndrome and deeply believe that you are protected. And rise above the bullshit. Rise above the bullshit. Don't get wrapped up in the guilt. Don't. You're fine. Rise above. And no matter how much people try to drag you into the bullshit, no matter how much people try to tell you you deserve to be dragged into the bullshit, no, you don't. Ignore it. Devil card, Capricorn. Capricorns are deeply disciplined. They are ruthless about going after what they want. You need to be ruthless about your peace. You need to be so dedicated and committed to your peace that it doesn't matter how much chaos people invite around you. You don't, again, you are going to levitate and pray above the bullshit. The dream is literal, baby. Your spirits want you to know that you are protected. And now is not the time to be in imposter syndrome and not believe that you are protected. Now is not the time to be guilted into not choosing yourself and rising above the bullshit. Stay focused on you. Stay ruthlessly connected and invested in your own personal protection. That's what they want you to know, okay? Zena says that SC has been telepathic with them. Is something beneficial for them or should they continue to ignore? Shwazy, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that I help you on your journey. If you ever want to book a reading or if you ever want to get further counseling, please reach out and do that. I'm grateful that you get a lot from these weekly readings, but they're not replacements for, ongoing care and support. So make sure you remember that I'm here, sale all the month of March. So there will be a ton of opportunity for you to get an in-depth reading if you want one. Ancestors, should Zena continue to ignore SC? Or is there anything beneficial in this connection? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. I got you, JL. We're going to wrap up with JL for tonight. I will do my best to do a what's it called? A happy hour reading this coming Wednesday. I can't guarantee it, y'all. I'm observing Ramadan and my energy may be low throughout it, but I wanted to do one last week. It didn't happen Wednesday, and then I was like, okay, I'll do it Thursday, and then Thursday happened. It didn't happen, and I was like, finally, I was like, okay, Saturday. No, it didn't take place, but I'm gonna try to do one this week because a lot is happening between Gene Hackman and now Angie Stone. the constant firings, eggs being $12. There's a lot for us to talk about. So I will make sure that I come back on Wednesday and try to do a reading for you all. No, baby, no, it's not. It's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it. The gaslighting and the confusion that will be invited into your life is not worth it. It's going to cloud your mind. And right now you need to, Five of Swords is war strategy, and it's making sure that we're not doing things that victimize ourselves. And so you having a connection with this person is only opening you to gaslighting and confusion. You have way too much to do right now. It may feel comfortable to let them back in because they will temporarily present themselves as an ally, right? And you do want nurturing and support. So I would encourage you to, open up your heart and allow that nurture. You want to be courted right now, and that's okay. Let yourself be courted by someone else that is not him. We have the Eight of Wands and the Hangman. Will it be fun and passionate? Yes. But very quickly after, you're going to have a lot of regret, and you're going to be sitting there feeling like you need to reevaluate the situation. The long and the short of it is, baby, you already know it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Continue to ignore him. Alrighty. JL says that they have been having panic attacks and intrusive thoughts concerning their disability benefits. What do all of these panicked thoughts mean? Is there anything Spirit needs me to know? Ancestors, angels, master spirits who walk with me, elevated ancestors. Why is JL dealing with panic and anxiety right now? What's going on? Is this symptomatic of anything bigger? Is she being warned about anything? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Well, we know it's not your intuition. Your intuition should never feel like anxiety. Your intuition will never make you panic. Your intuition will provide information to you. How you choose to process it is something different. But we know this is not your intuition, so I doubt, but we'll see what the cards say, but I doubt that anything is about to happen to you. There's a lot of uncertainty, but you're going to have victory even with that uncertainty. Chariot card. Are you a Virgo, JL? I always forget what your sun sign is. But if you are like a Virgo or a Sagittarius and Aquarius, any sign that like deeply feels like they need to have control of a situation in order to have luck, then I can understand why you're feeling this way. But everything, it's that Virgo. It's that Virgo moon, baby. It's that Virgo moon and that Aquarius sun. Okay? Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. It's uncertain. There are questions you have. You don't know what's about to happen next, but nothing bad is about to happen. And it's really important that you understand that, okay? Four of Wands. Your foundation is stable. You have things to celebrate. So there's no point in bringing or inviting worry in, okay? Ace of Pentacles. You're good. Only blessings are coming. You're fine. So I would encourage you to try to sit in meditation, do some affirmations, really talk back to the negative thoughts until you drown them out, because there's nothing bad about to happen to you. Things are actually really good, okay? Hi, so M-Fire, I was about to duck out, but since you are a new subscriber, I'm gonna go ahead and answer your question. And I hope you come back next week. I'm typically here every Sunday. We start around 7 or 7:30, and then I just read for about an hour. I do the general readings first, and then I do another half hour to 20 minutes to half hour of readings from the audience. So thank you for subscribing, and I hope that you return for future readings. M-Fire wants to know, what do they need to know about the person in their life? Okay, I got you. Ancestors, angels, and master spirits walk with me. What does M-Fire need to know about the person in their life? What do they need to know about the person in their life? And M-Fire, can you confirm that this is a romantic interest? Because y'all be coming in here trying to be discreet and mysterious and The person in your life could be, your kid. person in your life could be an older or younger sibling. So, okay, awesome. What can you tell us about M5's romantic interests? What do they need to know about their romantic interests? Is there anything hidden that needs to be revealed at this time? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. If you guys enjoyed this reading and you want to show your appreciation, my Cash App as well as my PayPal are scrolling below. Feel free to leave a love offering. You can also like and leave a comment to show your appreciation. A strong way to show your appreciation is to share the link to this reading with people that you know, like, and love, people that you know appreciate these kinds of readings. I am trying to grow my channel, so help me in that journey. Share this with other people, okay? They struggle with self-expression. Verify the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Yeah, they struggle with self-expression, but this is something that they are working on. They recognize that sometimes the way that they communicate can read as impulsive or sometimes even a little immature. But with the Ace of Swords, this is something that they are trying to work on, and they are gaining wisdom about how to shift that. You actually got into connection with this person at a really good time because they are learning a lot, and the universe is starting to move in their favor. Things are about to happen in their favor. They're in a good cycle in their life. And it's not just a good cycle, it's one where they're open to new wisdom and knowledge. This is somebody who's not only a romantic interest, they can be a really solid friend for you. So this is somebody who can really bleed into your friendship circle, your community, your chosen family in a way that's very, very seamless. I see them as being a good person. They know what they have to work on, and they're willing to work on it, which is a blessing. Because most people aren't like that. Most people are like, I'm just this way and take it. So they are more aware of their deficits than most people are, which is a good thing. And they're also in a phase of their life where things are improving for them. And so, yeah, that's what I see. I hope that was helpful to you. All right, everybody, I want you all to have a great night. I hope that you all are, what was I about to say? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to take this thing off. Why is that confusing me? Okay, hide comment. There we go. Okay, everybody, good night. Thank you for joining me for this reading. Feel free to watch the replay throughout the week, to share the replay with other people. I will do my best to be back here Wednesday night so we can do a happy hour reading. The Venus retrograde reading as well as the March monthly reading will both be up on my Patreon by Tuesday night. If you are not already subscribed to my Patreon, go ahead and subscribe. All paid members get access to free monthly classes. And we actually have 2 this month. So, yeah, take care. I will see you guys later in the week. Bye.